can imagine this. Between the Rila Mountains and the Rodopolo, in the valleys in between, access to the beautiful lakes, access to the beautiful forests, situated in this lush scenery, you can find the eco-veda park. What is this here? I will take you now on a journey of this park and give you an idea what we are communicating here to the people and what we are trying to offer, what type of services. First of all, this is a replica of a meditation which comes from the great sages of love which exist universally. So one of our first projects here, a special monument of healing the relationship between the different thoughts and philosophies of loving God in the world. And you also find the Veda therapy, the perennial psychology symbol here, which says that the faith which exists in everybody, potentially, is something which helps him to connect higher realities. And only by connecting with higher reality, you can understand the reality of yourself, because you yourself are part of the higher reality beyond this body. So this is a place, it's a community which is very helpful for overcoming crisis and conflicts. It's a park for expanding consciousness, and therefore people come here for their healing. They need to be in contact with Mother Nature. Here we have the second monument, it's very important. Mother Earth, the sun and the moon. This is very important because Mother Earth sustains us. Mother Earth gives us strength, food, and all the elements which sustain us. So without respect for Mother Earth, it's impossible to understand our duties as human beings. And then without the light of the sun or without the light of the sun, there's nothing to be seen. And the representation at night is the moon, which makes the vegetables grow. And since this is also an ecological center of growing organically, and which is actually for raising the consciousness of the responsibility we have as human beings. And here the sacred lake symbolizes that life coming from the water, which is actually a very important element for our mental stability. Here, for example, we have a very important place which is specially dedicated to humility. Our principle here, which we teach, is anybody who searches God and who doesn't harm others is on the right path. Because this is the nature of spirituality is that you have to grow, you have to renounce, you have to reduce your artificial, unnecessary activities. That's simplifying thinking. Now we go here a little to this side, and here we find a very big tear. This represents the pain humanity feels for all the victims of fanaticism, discrimination, abuse of any kind of the past, present and future. And this tear should awaken our compassion, our gratefulness. It should give us a chance to be different, because we can be different, we should be different. And that is the message of all those who have promoted true love. Because this is a non-profit project. The purpose of this is expanding consciousness, and we want to involve as many people as possible. Residential people will not be so many, because otherwise you make a little village, a little city, and then it stops being a park. So we want to keep it like as a place where people can come, fill their hearts, surcharge themselves, and then go again and do the same thing or similar things other places, so that the expanding consciousness will actually grow. So this is shrine of the protector, the guardian. In India we find the temple of him everywhere for the protection. So now we go back here, and of course you see, as soon as the man sees the sun, sees the snow peaks, he feels so surcharged with new hope and with strength. So this setting is also very important. So we are searching right now for the ideal setting, so we can give to Bulgaria what Peru has with the Eco-Truly Park, what Colombia has with Varsana, what Hungary has with the beautiful nandafalva community. So there are already projects similar, and since the constructions are in an organic way, they are with nature, not against nature, we are actually searching for the most natural materials so that they will last a long time, but at the same time not compromise us with all kinds of plastics and things like that. So it's a very special project, and I hope we can finish it in our lifetimes, and in this way offer a great service to the people. It's a shrine. It's like a mandir, like where we are comparing the spiritual messages of love of the world, and we worship in that mood. We worship that potential loving energy within each of every one of us. You know, the faith which we have in God is actually being impregnated in this building in the infinite beauty of the materials and the art pieces and the sacrifice which man have made for God and the same man nature. So this is like a special, a memorial, you could say. An eternal memorial to the glory of God and His intervention in this world, either personally or through some agent, and this is here. So where you become responsible, this jiva is actually the one who distinguishes matter and spirit. So we are worshippers of life, we are worshippers of the original life, and we are trying to express the joy and the responsibility we living beings have in this world to create such the eco-veda part, many beautiful environments, because in India they say Satyam, the truth, Shivam, auspiciousness, and Sundaram, the maximum beauty. That should be the focus of our spirituality and our communication. So if it's not Satyam, if it's not based on truth, then it will be just another gossip project where people will fight about the square meters where to put their selfish purposes. So we want this an open place for all, and I think when such a place is established, a certain benefit will arrive for the whole community. And therefore, all those who are seeing this and they're sympathizing with this, I've just mentioned a few details. Of course, there's also the place for healing. For example, the comparing of the different healing systems in the world, Ayurveda. There's Ayurveda preventive medicine of India, all the exercises, all the medical herbs and all that. And then there is also the Oida process, which is the healing through the development of one's certainty and one's faith for one's spiritual path. Comparing this with other healing systems also, what really keeps man on track, so to speak. So this will also be, there will be lecture halls for people to give their contributions. It is just what you first sight you see, a place one doesn't want to miss. But what you can learn there and the transformation you can experience there, you don't want to miss much more.